How much less likely is it? Oh, Benjamin Dixon of the Benjamin Dixon Show, by the way, guys.
Yeah, Benjamin
That's my guy.
Dixon.
He said, please ask Abby some questions for me. So, and Ben's a great friend to help me out. He said, how much less likely is a two-state solution now that Trump is president and Netanyahu seems extremely happy about that?
My God. I love Trump during the campaign trail. He's like, we're going to make a great deal. We're going to make the best deal Palestinians have ever seen. Everyone's like, what the hell are you talking about? So everyone was kind of waiting with bated breath to see what the hell Trump was going to actually do. And now we know, Tim. He is the best thing that Israel has had in a long time. His son-in-law, Jared Kushner, is the director of a foundation that donated 60 grand to just one illegal Israeli settlement. So that with like 1,300 families living in, all the settlements are illegal in the West Bank. But that just goes to show you that even his son-in-law is directly financially invested in one of these illegal settlements. So how the hell can he broker peace? I mean, Trump's like, oh, my son-in-law is going to broker the best peace deal you've ever seen. Well, he's also financially invested in illegal settlements. So it's totally crazy. Trump is so nuts. He's talking about moving the embassy to Jerusalem. I mean, he appointed David Friedman. Right. Let's talk about that. Moving the embassy to Jerusalem that would seal the deal for Palestinians, because Jerusalem, when it was originally divided, let me quickly explain, when the partition happened, when people talk about a two-state solution, Palestine, as it stands right now, is not just one piece of land. It's a bunch of pockets that Israel has basically taken over and maneuvered, where Gaza is one strip over here, the West Bank's over here in a bunch of dots, and then you have Jerusalem, which is like an international city that where Palestinians and Jews coexist. So to make a state out of these disparate land masses makes absolutely no sense. They would still have to cross all these checkpoints and roads controlled by the Israeli military to even get to their land if that state was formed. But Trump, my God, David Friedman is even more right-wing and hardline than Netanyahu himself. He says, hey, annex the whole West Bank, remove it all, take it all from Palestinians. What could go wrong? He totally supports the settlement process. And if you ask any Palestinian, even right now, they would just say, just stop building settlements, for God's sake. Just stop. We could maybe live with you guys being here, but you just want more. You just keep taking more. And the whole Jerusalem thing, as an international city, if Trump did move the embassy there, that would be declaring Jerusalem as basically the capital of Israel and completely remove any agency of Palestinians whatsoever. And they see that as kind of sealing the deal on the end of the peace process, Tim.
It's just, I don't know. I know I heard that, I heard Trump talking about one minute he was like, well, a two-state solution. Then he was he went the other way. He's like, no, they should work it out and live together. And then he's like, but whatever they want to do is whatever they want to do, which I thought was code for whatever Israel wants to do is what he's going to go along with, just based on his body language.
Oh, hell yeah. Did you see that weird press conference where he's sitting there with Netanyahu and Netanyahu's like, the art of a deal. He's just like standing there. He's like, right, Trump, the art of a deal. And he's like, where's Jared Kushner? He's like looking in the audience. He's like, hey, boy, what's up? He's like, I've known you since you were a little kid. It's like, this is the press conference that you guys are talking about the peace process? I mean, it's mind-blowing.
It's also kissing butt to all the people in America, the folks who want us with Israel. All of those, a lot of Republicans, I don't know, a lot of Democrats as well are very supportive of Israel. Right?
Oh my God. I would say 99%. I mean, I was stunned to hear one of the only Jewish politicians, Bernie Sanders, was one of the only people to really bring up Palestinians as human beings during the campaign. And of course, Keith Ellison, we know that how he was slandered about that as well. Yeah, I would say 99.9% of all of our elected politicians have to be pro-Zionist because, we have the largest amount of Jewish citizens living in this country next to Israel. It's just one of those things that goes along with the territory, Tim. If you are a patriotic American, well, then you better be a patriotic Israeli supporter as well and a fervent supporter of the Zionist project. Because if you're not, well, then you're an anti-Semite. That's the narrative that's spun to us. I didn't even know what Palestine was until I was 18 years old. What the hell's wrong with that picture? My God.
Yeah. Yeah, and look, I'm not ashamed to admit it, man. I like even just because of the bad reputation, like the slam that you know that you get when people talk about it, it's like something even independent media wants to shy away from sometimes because it's a huge backlash. Like I know I'm gonna get trolled for a long time. I don't care now though. Like I'm grown up now. But like when I first started, people would ask me, Tim, what do you think about Palestine? I'd be like, and they were just like waiting to hear what I say because these people like go berserk, like we're talking about like vitriol, like people like really pissed. And I'm like, this doesn't. Why is this so toxic? But now I see it's like it's so one sided. Like
Oh
it's a
man,
mind it's a
totally.
mind blowing. It's
So,
mind
and it
blowing.
hurts. It hurts to be called, like an anti-Semite because I'm like, I love Jew. I have so many Jewish. I have so many Jewish friends. I sound like the white. So I have so many black friends. No, I mean, it is so true. Like it
Right.
does hurt because they know how to get you. It's like they know how to hit you where it hurts the most by saying like, accusing you of something that's so horrible of being anti-Semitic, and it does work for a lot of people where they don't even want to deal with the label. They would just rather not cover it. It's that third rail issue.
Mm-hmm.
Why even risk losing my job when dealing with this issue? I'd rather just not. And I think that's how a lot of people they just self-censor.